As Americans, we honor our vets on Veterans Day when we are reminded of the incredible service and sacrifice of our nation's heroes, but also of the need to support them every single day of the year. The numbers are sobering. Nearly 6,400 veterans died by suicide in 2022. Imagine they go off to risk their lives fighting in wars potentially. There's always the potential they could be called up to get shot at. They survive that and come back and then die by suicide. That is a rate more than 50% higher than the civilian population. So obviously, what they encounter is something that changes them for life. Those statistics are a powerful reminder that thank you for your service is just the beginning. You should still say that, but there should be some teeth to back that up. Joining us this morning is Ken Fisher, Chairman and CEO of the Fisher House Foundation, an organization that's been helping military and veteran families for decades by providing comfort homes near hospitals and easing the burdens they face during times of medical crisis. Ken, good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
You bet. Well, listen, first off, good to have a man with a classy first name. We like that. Ken, why is it so important to continue the honoring and the support of veterans and their families, not just for Veterans Day? It's so essential year round. Talk about that, please.
It is, and it's for no other reason except that these men and women bear sacrifices and make burdens that the average American will never understand. Remember, only 1% of the population serves today, but that 1% has done so much. And now, as we transition, from wartime to peacetime, the transition from the wearing the uniform to the VA is not as seamless as as we'd like to see. As you pointed out, some of them come home with post-traumatic stress, and the numbers are sobering. You look at the Brown University study that said that a veteran was 4 times as likely to die by suicide than he was to die on the battlefield, he or she. So, this is one issue, but there are still many others that plague our veteran community today. And as you pointed out, thanks for your service is great. It's something we need to say, but it's not enough. We need to do more.
Right. The thanks for your service is important because it brings to the forefront the thought process. But that should be just the activation in our mind of this is how we start. It's like saying, hi, nice to meet you. Now take it forward from there. And that's really what that needs to be. For those who aren't familiar, talk about Fisher House Foundation and the work that you guys have done serving active duty members, veterans, and their families as well and their loved ones.
Well, we've been in existence since 1990. We just opened our 100th Comfort House in Chicago. Fisher House builds comfort homes for families of our servicemen, women, and veterans that are receiving care in hospital. Their families can stay in a Fisher House free of charge for as long as they need to. They are usually within walking distance of the hospital. So not only have we removed the financial burden and stress on these families, but also the stress associated with being in an unfamiliar place under a stressful circumstance, because the families in the Fisher houses, some of them are 12, some 16, some are 20 rooms. The families support each other and they lean on each other and they coach each other. They help each other through the bad days. They share the joy of the good days. That's the beauty part of Fisher House. But again, removing the burdens on these families that didn't need additional burdens to begin with, I think is the most important thing that Fisher House does.
Yeah, that is essential. And what kind of support can people lend to Fisher House? Can they do volunteer work or is it simply donations? What is the best way that people can help out?
Great point. There's a variety of different ways to get involved with us. Fisherhouse.org is our website. You'll learn that 94 cents on every dollar goes towards our program services. We're not wasteful. We've gotten 21 straight A+ ratings. Fisher House is not just a lodging program. You can volunteer if there's a Fisher House in your community. There are angels, as we call them. We have a program called Hero Miles, where you can donate unused frequent flyer miles to us. We, in turn, can buy tickets for family members to travel back and forth because, Ken, as you know, life doesn't come to a screeching halt when a loved one is receiving hospitalization. To date, that program has offered 70,000 tickets, and we've saved them an additional $125 million in tickets and flying back and forth because the government only does it one time. We have scholarship programs. We're involved in adaptive sporting events like the Invictus Games and the Warrior Games. Fisher House has become a family initiative. We're a family foundation, and when we expand in family-oriented ways because, as I said before, and as you pointed out, these families make sacrifices and bear burdens that the average American will never understand because only, again, 1% of this population serves. And you talk about going back for a second and talking about thanks for your service. Think about the Vietnam veterans and the fact that they never even heard a welcome home other than a thank you for your service. So we
100%.
owe these men and women. Yeah.
That was disgraceful that we went through that time in history. Ken, I am only breaking in because we're almost at the end of the segment. I want to make sure we get your website up. What is your website, please?
FisherHouse.org. And that will tell you a variety of ways to get involved.
FisherHouse.org. That is the way to go. Ken Fisher, you're a saint for helping these beautiful people out who risked so much for us. Ken Fisher, Chairman and CEO of the Fisher House Foundation. We appreciate what you do. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you, Ken.